Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Once I was sitting in a park, in the farm, in an outside park where we can observe some garden lizards, some ants, some squirrels going around. Under a tree I was sitting, and it was morning time. You know, there is something called garden lizards. What do you call them? Huh? In Kannada? Huh? Huh? Oti. Oti. Okay. So morning time, this Oti is interested. It has to fill its stomach. It will keep catching the insects. I was just watching. It was just waiting under some place. Any species and or anything passes, tuck, it will catch and eat. Its movement is like microseconds. The speed you'll not be able to see how fast it has eaten. So I was watching that. An ant was coming from other side. After some time, I saw a black ant coming. It was about 3 meters away or 4 meters away. The ant is coming. Ant is coming in the direction such a way that it is going to meet the death. It's very clear in the direction the ant is going. It will reach there. So I was curiously witnessing. The ant came. It was just waiting. As the ant came to its visible range, like that it ate it off. Then I was reflecting. All in our lives, all of us are going in one direction. Which the great saints, gurus, acharyas, they're able to see where are they going. Krishna is able to see what is the destiny of this living entity, this living being. If he goes on enjoying the sense gratification, what is going to happen? They're able to watch the destiny. And they don't witness just like I was witnessing. I did not help the ant. So I did not know, is it that the karma of the ant to die under the lizard? If I stop, that lizard will not get its food. For that, will I get sin? Or if I stop the ant dying, if I don't stop, then I will get the sin. So I don't know. I was just witnessing. I did not interfere in their lives. But Krishna, Lord, and Guru, and the devotees of the Lord, pure devotees of the Lord, they're concerned. They're concerned of all of us. All of us are moving towards Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Dvaram, Nashanam, Atmanaha, Trividam, Narakasyedam. 3 doors to hell. Everybody is going towards that direction, especially the modern population. The entire population is going towards that direction. They are very concerned. They are very merciful. They are trying to, no, don't go in that direction. They are trying to persuade. If I had stopped that ant 2-3 minutes before, maybe that ant would have saved its life. Because I could foresee what is going to happen. So acharyas and Krishna himself personally, and coming and demanding us, say that Manmana Bhava Madbhakto Madhyaji Mam Namaskuru, become my devotee. So he is trying to save us from this. Because he is seeing imminent danger which is there in front of us. And we are also seeing that. Not that we have not seen the danger. We have seen earlier generations. We have seen our father, grandfather going away, not so happily from this world. But we think we will be very happy. This is what Yudhishthira said, which is very, very ascharya, wonderful. You know, Yaksha asked a Prashna. Yaksha Prashna, you heard in the Mahabharata, Yaksha Prashna. All the Pandavas one by one went to fetch water from the lake. Nakula went, didn't return. Sahadeva went, didn't return. Arjuna went, did not return. Bhima went, did not return. Finally, Yudhishthira went. And he saw everybody is dead. When he was about to take water, Yaksha came and said, you have no rights to fetch water from this lake. But if you answer my questions, I will allow you. So, in the Yaksha Prashna, because Yudhishthira is a Dharmaraja, he is a representative of Dharma, personification of Dharma. So all the questions regarding Dharma is asked to him. So one of the questions was, what is the most wonderful thing in this world? Ascharya. If you ask the modern children, what is the most wonderful thing in this world? They will say artificial intelligence is the most wonderful thing in this world. Few generations back, they would have told computers is most wonderful thing in this world. So now Yudhishthira says, Ahani ahani bhutani gacchanti yamalayam sheshaha stavaramichanti kimashayam. Ahani ahani bhutani gacchanti yamalayam. Every day in and day out we see people are going Yamalayam, dying and going. Open the news, that is what we see. There this many people died, this happened, that happened, here accident happened, somewhere the war, the bomb was blasted and this many people died. And one page full for all Shraddhanjali and so many people died and so much news we read, isn't it? Ahani ahani bhutani gacchanti yamalayam sheshaha, remaining people, stavaramichanti. They think I am permanent. Kim ascharya? What a ascharya of this world. This is the answer by Yudhishthira. In the villages, they take the cow dung and dry it. And the dried cow dung is used as a fire for the cooking, like a firewood. There is a saying, the wet cow dung laughs at the dry cow dung. Ha 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 ha, you are getting burnt. What's going to happen to the wet cow dung? In the due course of time, wet cow dung will become dry cow dung and he also will be burnt, isn't it? This is Kala. This is what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. When Arjuna asked Krishna, when Krishna was in Vishwarupa, who are you? What did Krishna say? Kalosmi lokakshayam. I'm Kala. the factor of deterioration in this world. So at the time of this crisis, at the time when the entire humanity is at risk, having no idea what is next, what will happen in the future, the new population, no, there is no education for that. There is no branch, no education in the schools and colleges regarding this. This is what a sad thing of the modern civilization. Srila Prabhupada gave a lecture in MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, one of the most reputed universities in this world. He said, you have so many departments of knowledge in universities. Do you have a department to research about Atma, the soul? They said no. So the Acharyas, Krishna himself, they are very concerned. So hence, those people who are concerned about this have assembled in Naimisharanya, the beginning of Kali Yuga, where this kind of situation is going to increase in the age of Kali. They were very concerned and they conducted a meeting. And we are reading the minutes of the meeting. What happened in that meeting? Among those great sages who assembled and conducted a meeting. In the meeting they asked many questions. And the Sutta Goswami was the chairman of the meeting. And he answered many questions. So, their question answered. So today we are in the section where it is talking about the Leela of the Lord. So all different avatars we discussed, and that we have come to the end saying that ete chamsa kala pumsha krishnastu bhagavan swayam indradi vyakulam lokam rudyante rugiyuke. So we have come to the end of the description. If you have your sheets, end of the description, that Krishna is the fountainhead of all incarnations. And now, today, we are going to discuss about material forms of the Lord, Virat, Rupa, and the living beings are imaginary. So all these sections, we are going to briefly and quickly discuss and try to finish today the third chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto. So with this, we shall start today's session. Please repeat after me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswati Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet Nashta Prayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki. So, here some Virat Rupa of the Lord. So, another, already we have completed previous section. Whoever carefully recites the mysterious appearance of the Lord with devotion in the morning and in the evening gets relief from all miseries of life. Those who read Krishna's different avatars, leelas and pastimes, katha, Krishna katha, every day, morning once and evening once, they will be relieved from all the sufferings. Like a doctors give medicine, one in the morning, one in the evening. So, we are relieved from all the suffering. And now we are understanding the Virat Rupa. Krishna, you see, Krishna has to make so many arrangements in this world to fulfill the desires of all of us. Not ordinary arrangement. Krishna's arrangement is very elaborate and very intelligent creation. And he himself, as the Virat Rupa means the entire creation is considered to be the body of the Lord. The hills, mountains and rivers and planets and universes, all these are Krishna's body. That is in Krishna's body, Virat Rupa, body of the Lord. He himself is expanding. It is his energy, God's energy. So that is called Virat Rupa. Those who cannot see through their eyes the sweet transcendental form, beautiful form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, they can try to conceive the Lord in the form of Virat Rupa. Virat Rupa is basically meant for beginners who cannot understand the greatness of God. Then you understand the greatness of the energy of God. Krishna is playing flute, and all the peacocks in Vrindavan, they are dancing for Krishna's flute. For the spiritual beginners, it doesn't appear any attractive. They want something which is great. They don't understand the sweetness and the greatness of the Lord like that. They want to understand how the entire creation is the body of the Lord and how He has created. So that is why it is in the beginning, one should go through Virat Rupa. The conception of Virat, universal form of the Lord, as appearing in the material world is imaginary. It is to enable the less intelligent and neophytes to adjust to the idea of Lord's having form. But factually, Lord has no material form. First you understand at least that much, greatness of God. Begin to recognize the energy of God. Because all these days, these conditioned living beings were thinking, I am everything. I am most powerful. I don't care for anybody. And now, no, I am not so great. Oh, what a energy, what a law, what a creation. Start appreciating the Lord's creation. That's the first step in the spiritual life. One has to appreciate the Lord's creation around us. You see, Srila Prabhupada gave there is an analogy which I was studying in the previous class also. Once one scientist made a cage. In the cage, a very big cage, in the cage he left some rats. After some time rats were hungry, he didn't feed them. Then in the cage he made an arrangement. There is one iron rod, a lever, a pedal. If any rat climbs on that, it gets pressed. And he made an arrangement, when it is pressed, from the top he kept in a bowl pieces of cheese, it falls down. So one rat accidentally climbed on that and one piece of cheese fell. They were so happy, they were so hungry, immediately they ate it off. Yes, an intelligent rat. Again it went in the same place, again it got. Again he tried, again he got. Now rat understood. If I press this, I get cheese. He ate cheese nicely. Then he called all the rats. You know, I have done a great discovery, invention. Whenever you feel hungry, when you want cheese, you have to come here and press this. Then you will get the cheese of this size. In this much time, it will fall on you. He made a theory. He wrote a paper. And he was awarded with the Dr. Rat. And all the rats decided, let us give a Nobel Prize for this doctor for bringing peace and prosperity for the rat society. He's done commendable work. Is it not? They were hungry. Unless he did this invention, they would have not survived. Now this is what the less intelligent people are doing in this world. They are saying, you take little rice, put it in the soil and pour water, it will sprout, it will give paddy. And you want more? You know the plants require nitrogen, phosphorus and potash. You put in certain ratio, it will give more. Immediately, you'll be awarded with the doctorate. Oh, you're great. You solved the food problem of the human society. Green revolution you've done. So you'll be given special awards. But who made the arrangement? Who made the cheese to fall? Whose intelligence it is? Who brought the cheese? Who kept the cheese? Who made all this arrangement? It's a scientist. They are not able to recognize. And we are not able to recognize hand of Krishna, who has made all this arrangement for us. Doctors are saying, the scientists are saying, when you breathe the air has 21% of oxygen. When you breathe, our lungs will absorb the oxygen and it will purify the blood, and this is what it happens in the body. Hence, you should breathe every day. This is what happens in the body. This is how the blood gets purified. Oh, great scientist, he'll be awarded. But who made this possible? Your lungs to absorb oxygen, purify the blood. Who made this organ? They are not able to appreciate that. They are like rats, not understanding. So this is, hence these less intelligent people, for them it's far, far away to understand Krishna Leela, Krishna playing with the Gopalakas, Krishna going to forest, tending cows. They don't understand. They think, what is there in tending cows? What is there in playing with peacocks? What is there in playing with mother and brother and sister? What is it? How is he God? They can't understand the Leelas of the Lord. Okay, you don't understand, you're not so intelligent, then understand the conception of Virat, universal form of the Lord. At least you will appreciate this. You'll at least appreciate the creation, at least you will appreciate the nature. Like those who have gone to Himalayas, you'll see the huge, gigantic mountains, and stand in front of you, then you realize, oh, how big mountains are and what the creation is and how small am I? Some realizations. So like this, one should appreciate the neophyte, should get that idea. Even though the Virat Rupa is an imaginary form of the Lord, but having the form, Lord as a form, to begin that idea, Virat Rupa is important. That is the first verse. Yatha nabhasi me gaugho renurva parthivo nile yevam drashtari drishyatvam aropitam abuddhibihi. The clouds and dust are carried by air But less intelligent persons say that sky is cloudy and the air is dirty. Similarly, they also implant material bodily conceptions on the spirit self. So, it's easy to understand. Just like the air is carrying the dust, it's air carrying the dust. Air is pure only, but air is carrying the dust. We think air is dirty. Air is not dirty. Okay. Similarly, and they implant the material bodily conceptions on the spirit self. They think the spirit self is wanted this. I desire something. I think it is a spirit soul is desiring. Somebody was telling a joke. A very fatty man was standing. Another man is asking a question. Why don't you do some exercise? Then he says, you know, my mind says every day that I should do exercise. I should go to gym. I should get up in the morning. I should go for running, jogging. My mind says all those things. But my Atma says, sleep. My Atma says, eat nicely. My Atma says, eat more ice cream. After all, mind and body is an Ashwara. Atma is important. Like that somebody was telling a joke. So you see, the people have material conception and bodily conception means they think body is the self. Happiness and requirement of the body is your requirement. You are thinking like that. Body is happiness and mind happiness, you are thinking that is your happiness. That is not true. That is a clouded understanding. What is the real understanding? Nate swartha gatimhe Vishnu. The real interest of the soul is Vishnu. Getting Krishna prema, Krishna bhakti, experiencing the rasa, the mellow of loving God is a real requirement of you, is a real interest of you. That is what you will really enjoy in your life, that you are not able to understand. So we are thinking with the material contaminated thinking, we are thinking this is my desire. That is not my desire. That desire is coming out after I will contaminate it. My desires are contaminated. Just like a light, the source of light. Source of light may be pure, white color, like this tube light, white light. If you cover it with a green wrapper, what is the color of the light? You may think after some time, I have a green light. Is it a green light? No. Light is white, but you covered it with a green wrapper. Same way, when we cover this, our Atma with this material body and mind system, the desire of the Atma gets contaminated with this mind and body. It gives a different kinds of desires to fulfill. We think it is my desire. This is what Krishna says in the 3rd chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Kama esha krodha esha rajo guna samudbhaha mahashano mahapapma vidyena iha vairinam. When Arjuna is asking, what is that force within me making me do wrong things? Krishna says it is kama esha krodha esha rajo guna samudbhaha. It's a lust, that force which is within us, which is contaminated by Rajoguna, Joguna Samudbhavaha. So it is creating lot of things. This is happiness for me, this is happiness for me, this is happiness for me. But and we really get that, we see that I did not get that much happiness what I anticipated from it. So this is, we all experienced that in our lives. We hankered for something in our life. When you really got that happiness, you did not feel anything great. So because that is not the real requirement. The real requirement of the Atma is Krishna. So next verse. Ataha param yad avyaktam avyudha guna brahmitham avyudha guna brahmitham adrishta shruta vastutvat sa jivo yat punarbhavaha. Beyond this gross conception of the form of in another, subtle conception of form, which is without formal shape and is unseen, unheard, and unmanifest. The living being has his form beyond this subtlety. Otherwise, he could not have repeated births. So whatever we see is not we are. We are not yet seen as ourselves. If you want to see ourselves, first of all, we have to progress towards Lord. Example given is like sun. There is a darkness and light. If both exist in one place, which will win? Light will win. Wherever the light is there, darkness disappears. As simple, darkness cannot stand wherever the light is. Krishna is compared to light. Now we are not able to see sun. Can we see the sun by our efforts? No. We have to wait till tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock when the sun comes, I can see the sun. When I see the sun, by sun's coming, sun's mercy, I see the sun. After the sun comes, I see myself also with the light of the sun. So like that, when one realizes God, he sees God as well as sees himself. Presently, we are not seeing. Srila Prabhupada said, a man is crying, my father is gone, my father is gone. His father is dead, dead body is there. My father is gone, my father is gone. Son is crying. Where is your father gone? Father is lying down there. Why are you saying he has gone? No, he has gone. Then what has gone? Whatever you called as a father is still there. Then what has gone? What has gone you have not seen only in your life. That's when somebody dies, we say he passed away. What has passed away? He has gone, we say. Who has gone? He is there, nicely sleeping in front of you. Why you are saying he has gone? So we are yet to see. That which we are not able to presently see, that is what we are. And since we have that existence beyond this deha, hence we go through repeated births. Yatre me sadasadrupe pratishidhe swasamvida avidyayatmani krite iti tad brahma darshanam. Whoever a person experiences by self-realization that both the gross and subtle bodies have nothing to do with the pure self, at that time he sees himself as well as the Lord. So we have two bodies, gross body and subtle body. Gross body is made up of what? Let us see all your Bhagavad Gita knowledge. Panchabhutas. What are Panchabhutas? Earth, water, air, fire, ether. 5. So, what are the subtle body made up of? Mind, intelligence, falsely. We say ghost. Ghost is having what body? It's a subtle body. Now imagine yourself having so much desire to eat jamun, gulab jamun, and suddenly lost the body. You have to experience the sweetness of gulab jamun, and you're able to eat. All others are eating gulab jamun, and you're not able to eat. Actually, this is the frustration of the ghosts. Ghostly living beings, they lose their gross body, which actually helps them to fulfill all their desires. They lose that, but they keep the desires. It's a very frustrating experience. They want to fulfill their desires. But to fulfill this desire, tongue is not there, ear is not there, body is not there to experience those things. Then what do? They look for somebody's body, maybe possibly take over for some time and fulfill their desires. This is called ghost haunting. Ghosts can haunt on the bodies of those who are deeply in tamoguna, lower consciousness. If you are chanting Hare Krishna, ghost cannot come near you. Rather, ghost will get liberated by hearing Hare Krishna. If you are not chanting Hare Krishna, and if you are eating food of tamasic and leading a tamasic life, ghost can take over your body for some time. I remember in my school days, our school was like this, like one hall. This is a 5th standard, 6th standard, 7th standard. Small village schools are like that, isn't it? We see what happens in 6th, and teacher beats which child, and we come to know who all have got today beaten. And so it's simple school. In my next class, when I was in the 5th standard, 6th class, there used to be one boy. Suddenly he will raise, there is a race in the class, and he jumps out of the classroom and runs towards the well. Our school has one deep well. They say the man committed suicide there long back. This boy suddenly jumps out. Our headmaster had made a team, a kabaddi team, to catch him whenever this happens to him. And they won't go and catch him. Some 7-8 people catch his leg, hands, and he would drag all 7 people in. So much of strength he used to get. As a small child, we were very wondered by this. And for us, it was an entertainment, because boring class, sometimes we were waiting when he will start his drama so that we can all get entertained. Once when he was screaming and doing all this, then they called a man, and he came with a stick and nicely bit on him. And after some time, he came to senses. He said, "What are you all doing? Why am I being beaten?" He does not know what happened to him. He was just off. Don't know whether it was a psychological problem or really a ghost haunting. But however, ghost haunting is true. There can be psychological cases also. Sometimes there are certain syndromes, attention-seeking syndromes, and various psychological cases also act like ghost haunting. But ghost haunting is true. The ghost can take the shelter of other bodies to fulfill their desires. So, they're called subtle body. So subtle body goes with the soul to the next body. So like this, when we were born, our previous life's mind, our previous life's intelligence is also takes birth with us. What does Krishna do? He erases all the memories. The memories. but experiences remain. Why does he do so? So that we can fulfill our further desires. We also have so many desires to fulfill. If I remember all my past memories, it is difficult to fulfill desire in this life. If a man remembers, I was dog in the previous life, and he remembers which street he was there, who was feeding him. Imagine person who is feeding him comes in front of him. He will go and lick him. So it will become disastrous, isn't it? So he is disabled. Those memories are erased, but experiences are alive. So that likes and dislikes will be there. This is the science of transmigration of the soul. Hence, human being has to be extremely careful. Urdhvam gacchanti sattvasta madhye tishtanti rajasa jaganna gunamichanti adho gacchanti tamasah. If you maintain tamasic quality, you'll born in the lower species of life. If you maintain sattvic qualities, you take birth in higher species of life. So we should take advantage of the human form of life. So here, whenever a person experiences by self-realization that both gross and subtle bodies have nothing to do with the pure self, at that time he sees himself as well as the Lord. One has to go beyond both and gross and subtle bodies to understand Krishna. Yadi esho parata devi, yadi esho parata devi, maya vaisharadhimati, maya vaisharadhimati, sampanna eveti viduhu, mahimni sve mahiyate. If the illusory energy subsides and the living entity becomes fully enriched with the knowledge by the grace of the Lord, then he becomes at once enlightened with self-realization and thus becomes situated in his own glory. So we all are glorious. Why are we glorious? Because we are Amsha of Lord. Hence we are glorious. But how to get back our glory? For that, Maya has to subside. Illusion has to subside. Madness has to subside. You know, we call somebody mad. Who is mad? Why you call somebody mad? Huh? He does something which harms him only. If somebody takes a knife and cuts his hand, he snatches a knife from his hand and says, "You are mad or what?" Isn't it? We say this. Madness is self-harming. Somebody is riding so fast, bike at 200 km per hour. The traffic police will stop him and say, "Are you mad?" Because he's harming himself. So in this world, everybody is mad. I am also mad, you are also mad. Kuchara sante, they say. So everybody is mad in this world. We are mad after what? We are mad after drinking. What have we drunk? We all are drunkards. What have we drunk? We have drunk the mada, which is given by Maya, the illusion. We have drunk that alcohol, which is produced by Maya Devi. Hence, we are not understanding. Goal of life is to be situated in the self-realization in its own glory. We are harming ourselves. Early morning, Brahma Muhurta, get up early in the morning, such a wonderful time. Practice spiritual life, chant Hare Krishna mantra, read scriptures. No, I am sleepy. My sleep is very important. Are these many years you slept? Anything did you achieve by sleep? So that is why the material madness has to subside. Some treatment has to happen. The disease has to come down. So we all are in a disease. That's why it's called Bhavaroga. You heard of this word Bhavaroga? Bhava means what? Becoming. Becoming, again and again, the human beings or animal, repeated birth and bhava. Bhavaroga means we all are in a disease of taking birth again and again. That roga should come down. Now, roga to come down, when you go to doctor, if your disease has to come down, doctor will give tablets. He'll say before food this one, after food this one, you should not eat this and you should eat this. Both the doctor will give. Don't eat ice cream, don't eat these things, but drink hot water, do this, take hot food, drink milk, don't do this, don't smoke. Some do's and don'ts and medicines he will give. Same way, with our Bhavaroga, when we approach Guru, the spiritual master, he also gives do's and don'ts and some medicine. Just now we read, whoever carefully recites this morning and evening, so the medicine is given. Morning you chant, evening you read Bhagavad Gita. So medicine. You should take this medicine and follow the do's and don'ts given by Shastra Pramanam Te. Then our Bhavaroga will subside. It will come down. Then we come to our senses. Then you can come to real glory of your life. Real glorious life you can experience. So hence it is important that we all should work on reducing our illusion which is there around us. We cannot go on making the show of happiness for a long time when there is no happiness. That is why sometimes we see people who are comedy actors who make so many people laugh in their life. We hear they committed suicide. We thought their life is full of happiness, isn't it? We make the show of happiness to the outside world, which is actually real happiness also there. Real happiness is there in bhakti, in devotional service. So that cannot go on for a long time. Show cannot go on for a long time. One day everybody will come to know. Truth will come out. I'm very happy, husband and wife, they will keep on showing off, and one day they will apply for divorce. Then everybody comes to know, this is what the case was. So like this. The truth cannot be hidden for a long time. It is said you cannot make a fool of everyone and all the time. So it will come. So Prabhupada told one story. Once one wolf, the fox or wolf, Nari, we say. Nari is known for cheating in all our Panchatantra stories. So one day the fox was walking. It will keep walking everywhere and finding out what is there, new places. It went to the place of a dhobi, washerman. He was washing clothes. He was also coloring the clothes. He has made a tank full of colored water. When the fox walking there, it slipped and fell into the color bucket. Then somehow it was lifted up and it was looking different color, red color, different species. Then it looked itself and saw, I look differently. Then he walked in the forest very confidently. All other animals came and said, Sir, who you are? Where have you come from? Fox thought it's a good opportunity. He said, I am God sent. I know all that happened in the past and I know all that is going to happen in the future. Animals all started respecting, started worshipping. Today I feel like eating this. So other animals will prepare and give. Worship and take care and he was nicely. A different species, God sent. So everybody thought he is a God's representative, respected in the forest. With the highest respect in the forest he was received. It is said one day in the evening, all the fox, after eating full stomach food, they were screaming, oh, like that. Then fox cannot tolerate when other fox are doing. So he also started, oh, like this. So immediately all the animals came to know he is a cheater number one. He has changed his color and come and say, and God said, they went and bit him. So like this, Prabhupada said a story to say, you cannot cheat all the people all the time. Yeah, I am happy. Smiling selfie, laughing selfie, this, that. You cannot keep on cheating. It is not going to help you. It is not going to help you. You can do for entertainment for some time. But the reality is that if you want to establish yourself in real glory and happiness, then you have to go to Krishna. Sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami maschaha. Papa moksha has to happen. Illusion has to subside. Without that, you cannot have the happiness. All that happiness, flickering happiness will come and go. We should be aware of this fact. So Krishna is saying illusion should subside. So this is the one section we understood from verse number 30 to 34, material forms and how living entities, once enlightened with the self-realization, thus become situated in own glory, material form, Virat Rupa of the Lord. Next section is describing and understanding the Lord. So, understanding of the Lord is explained in the next section. Please repeat. Evam janmani karmani. Evam janmani karmani. Hi akartur ajanasya cha. Hi akartur ajanasya cha. Varnayanti sma kavayo. Veda guhyani hritpatehe. Thus, a learned man described the births and activities of unborn and inactive, which is undiscoverable even in the Vedic literatures. He is the Lord of the heart. Therefore, it is said, the great man, learned man, knowledgeable people, acharyas, they describe the glories of the Lord, births and activities, janmani karmani. It is there in the Bhagavad Gita also. Where is that? In the verse in the 4th chapter. After yada yada hi dharmasya. After that, after yada yada hi dharmasya, then paritranaya sadhuna vinashaya cha dushkritam. The next verse. What is that? 4.8. Anybody open Bhagavad Gita and read 4.8. I'll take back all your certificates. One like award Wapsi, that it's like certificate Wapsi program, that all the certificates are taken back. Janma karma cha me divyam evam vetti tatvatah tyaktva deham punarjanmaneti mameti so arjuna. Janma karma cha me divyam. Krishna, we should understand Janma and Karma of the Lord. You can see similar here. Janmani Karmani in this verse. You should describe, hence the learned people describe the Janmani and Karmani of the Lord. When the Janma and Lord's birth and Lord's activities are described, what is happening? We are getting purified in our heart. Nashta prayeshu bhadreshu. So all the abhadras in the heart, we are getting purified. What is the result of purification? The result of purification is that your real desire of loving God will emerge from your heart. Today you don't know, today we don't know what is my real desire, which has been covered by illusion. By hearing the glories of the Lord, the real desire of loving God will emerge from the heart. More I want to hear, more I want to see the Lord, more I want to serve the Lord, more I want to hear from Bhagavad Gita. That desire will come from the heart. More I want to do Kirtan for the Lord. That is called establishing in the real glory of yourself. Then your life is glorious life. Otherwise, life is not glorious life. Material achievement is not anything big glory of life. So many people achieved bigger than us in the material life. What is glory in that? So the glory is establishing ourselves in connection with Krishna. So learned men describe the births and activities of the unborn and inactive, which is undiscoverable even in the Vedic literatures. Difficult to understand from the Vedic literatures also. Tarko apratishta shutayo bhinna. So the Shrutis also you cannot find, Tarka you cannot find. Lord is very guhyam. So who is that? He is the Lord of the heart. He is seated in your heart as a Paramatma, as a Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is Lord. Okay, so now next verse onwards we will discuss in the next class. So next class we will complete the third chapter. With this we will end. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की, जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की।